Aloha! I don't know how you guys feel about sit down and chit chat, but today this one's for me. I had a lovely experience at the doctor's. Even though this is vlogs, it's also video diary for me to look back on in the future while it's still kinda here. I just want to talk about it. Okay, first, I'm fine, don't worry, but I'm not fine. I have these tired episodes. There are days where I'm just up and excited and just out and about, you know, being my usual self. And then there are days where I don't even have energy to get up and make my own coffee. So tired, so exhausted. Today's one of those days, but it's not that bad. Suddenly, my body just broke out with hives. It was in spots and it was pretty big. It was like, yeah, all over my back, all over my stomach, my side. It was getting worse by the hour. Itchy sometimes, but mostly annoying, you know? This is your fair warning. If you're sensitive to pictures, just close your eyes right now and open it when I tell you to. Okay, open it. This is kind of like the warm-up story. It's no big deal, whatever, I'm over it. Went to a clinic, you know, the beginning, and you're just not too worried, and I'm like, it's annoying. Okay, fine, let me check it out. I went. It was some creepy doctor, probably in his 40s, I don't know, 50s. I think I walked into plastic surgery, cosmetic procedure place. That's what they're specialized for, but you know, it's like skin stuff, and I'm having skin stuff. So I just said, okay, whatever, just go in. Went in, the dude basically was asking me irrelevant questions, and you know, you could just see it in the eyes. There was something a little bit dirty about him. I just didn't feel right. Took a look at my rashes. That's what he called it. Oh, it's winter eczema, but like we're not in winter. I never have winter eczema. Went on to ask more irrelevant questions. So you're an artist. Where do you do your stuff? What exactly? And whatever. Yeah, just stuff like that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with my hives? Yeah, he just prescribed me some cream thing and some pills. He's like, come back, I'll check on you. The whole vibe was not it. Went to the pharmacy, picked up medication and steroid cream. I was going to follow the rules, eat dinner, pop the pill, put on the cream. Hopefully everything was fine. 20 minutes after my first dose, I started feeling nauseous, and I was like, okay, I'm usually pretty good with medications. I don't have any allergies. Yeah, it was weird. So I didn't feel good, and whole body just felt a little off. And I'm like, is it the medications? Felt like it was from the medication. Went to bed early and I couldn't sleep at all. It was horrible. And next day woke up, you know, that groggy, tight neck feeling, headaches. Yeah, it was like that. Am I supposed to feel worse? Took a look at my winter eczema and it was worse. It was pretty bad. Like my whole back basically looked like a slice of pizza. Okay. Of course, I have many friends and a whole support system. I'm never alone in all this, so don't worry. And yeah, I was sharing pictures and my experience, and it's only been like 24 hours since Dr. Creep. So I had a friend. He was like, nah, searched up doctor's office that's been around for ages, not too far from my place, so I could be comfortable. So I went. All right, this part is the main reason why I wanted to save these memories. I'm just gonna call it hospital because in Korean they call it hospital. It was super old-fashioned, super Korean, just super all the things, vintage vibes. I love vintage. Just didn't think I would be into vintage hospital vibes. I was the only one in there. Not a single staff. Stood there by myself. Is there a bell I'm supposed to ring? I don't know what to do. 10 seconds later, this older lady entering grandma age. I don't know, she might be a grandma. She's a receptionist. She walks out some room. She comes to me and then she goes, and I go up to her, here's ID card. Can I just see a doctor? I don't have an appointment. She needs to fill out the information. I sat down holding my ID card. She pulls out a magnifying glass, Sherlock Holmes vibes, and she's just like, while filling out whatever. Didn't want to be rude, so I tried so hard not to laugh. I'm like, wow, where am I? While she's filling it out, another patient walked in. It was like some older uncle, but younger than her by a bit. Walks in and looks at her and started cracking jokes. "아이고, wanna borrow my eyes? Let me help you out." I guess they're close enough. Family doctor kind of thing. She was so cool with the magnifying glass. I'm already done. Waved him away and then he sat down. So now there's two of us and we're sitting at the waiting area. And then the door opens. I guess he was outside. But you know how like really old people walks dragging their feet step by step, like like it was cute. I sat there and it didn't hit yet that that's him. I thought it was a patient. I was like, it took him a good 30 seconds to walk into his room and I'm like, that's the doctor, that's him. Just that moment, I get a text from the friend who recommended this private practice and by the way, this place is really old, so don't be surprised because I think the doctor is a little old. And I was like, finally settled down in his office and I think that's his wife because there's literally just two people there, him and her. Yeah, she called me in. I went inside. I walked in. He didn't even look at me. He just continued doing whatever he was doing, just looking at some paper thing. And I walked in. Does he know that I'm in here right now? He just seemed slow and not aware. Senior citizen vibes. I was like, hello. Behind him, super old TV, small box. The news was on maximum volume and I feel like it was only loud for me. That's like normal volume for him. Now I feel like, do I need to compete, hoping he hears my symptoms, my problems? I decided to be the first one to speak because he still didn't talk to me yet. I don't know if he was just having like a senior moment. Also, my Korean is not at that medical vocabulary level. So I prepared Google Translate kind of thing. Showed it to him in details, what I've been experiencing. He took a look, finally said his first word to me. He didn't speak a lick of English. Yeah, it was pretty hard. It was difficult. Heavy duty medical terms that I couldn't handle. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to call someone for this. I called up the friend that introduced me. The call was on speaker. He had no interest in what my friend had to say. The doctor just wanted to say everything that he wanted to say. Every time he finished saying something, he would shove the phone away from him like, I'm done. I would awkwardly, oh, should I just take it and hang up? But once I'm about to take it, he takes the phone back because he had an afterthought, spitting more information. It was just awkward but funny. For some reason, I just felt really comfortable. I don't know. I felt like I was in good hands. Okay, so the phone call was done. I hung up. As soon as that finishes, the doctor just went silent, stared off into space. I just followed his vision and trying to get what he was looking at. And we just sat in silence for like 20 seconds. He just had like another senior moment maybe, and he was like, and I was like, and then the TV was like, at this point, I wasn't sure if I needed to break the silence, but I didn't want to be rude. Just picture if you were in my situation. There's really nothing you could do. You just gotta let him have his moment respectfully. He's so old. I don't think I've ever met any professional this old. To be honest, if I didn't stay in Korea for a couple of years, I would have been questionable. Now it's all good. I felt great. It was fine. And I kind of think back in the States, this whole situation would never fly. I don't think he would be able to continue this practice. This is the most amazing moment. He broke the silence. He just snaps out of it, looks at me, and started speaking to me in English. Full-blown medical terminology, perfect grammar, just with grandpa accent kind of thing. It just kept coming out. I just looked at him like, I was so shocked that I forgot English. It was quite an experience. What did I just witness? You know when old people forget who they were or who they are, and suddenly for a short moment it all comes back and then it just goes. The craziest, he was finishing up his sentence. It just gradually switched back to Korean, and I don't even think he realized it. He was just finishing the sentence in Korean. I just looked at him like, yes sir. And then he decided, okay, I'm done talking now. I don't want to talk anymore. And he just cuts himself off and just stops, starts writing on a piece of paper. He wrote it in script. My diagnosis, something along the lines of exhaustion, restlessness, insides are not well, and then it just affects your outside. It's hives, definitely not winter eczema. All right, push that aside. Dr. Grandpa told me I need to rest a lot. My body is weak, so it caused these hives break out. I was not getting enough sleep. He's just monitoring. Probably don't need to go big hospital as long as I'm not feeling ill. The receptionist comes back inside and then grabs me, physically pulls me out the room. Okay, you need to do this and that. I was just, okay, yeah, sure, absolutely. I looked over at the couches. Now there's 5 or 6 patients. The uncle from before, like a mom was there, and there was some girl with a Chanel bag, some young dude. This hospital is popular. They all seem like they've been here, clear out their whole afternoon because it's gonna be a wait. It was just real chill. I'm just gonna call her grandma. She gives me this paper. You need to go to the pharmacy, make sure you don't drink alcohol, take care of yourself. It seemed like she felt I was someone close to her. Suddenly she cuts herself off and she's like, you know what? Let me bring you there. She comes out around, grabs me again. She's gonna personally take me to the pharmacy. I got this, but like, it just, everything happened so fast. I just kept thinking, wait, hold up. Dr. Grandpa sitting there waiting for you to announce the next person to go in. And he's just gonna keep sitting and not doing anything until you announce the next person. But she was so focused on me. She didn't care about anybody else. Nothing was happening. Continues grabbing me, and while we're trying to get out, she just looks over at the other patient. Just wait a second, sit down, I'll be back. And I'm like, they're already sitting, like rushes me out the door. We go straight into the pharmacy. Once we enter the pharmacy, the pharmacist already started laughing. Yeah, they're closed. She brings me in there, doesn't even say hi to the pharmacist, just starts spitting information in her face, telling her everything that I need to be told. Typical grandma style. She says what she needed to say and then she just walks out. Mic drop. Now it's like complete silence in the pharmacy. The pharmacist and I just looked at each other like, you got that, right? Yeah, I got it. You got it. Okay, yeah, we got it. As she was handing it to me, she's like, they like you. Hives are starting to clear up. It's not great. Yeah, it's not cute. I hope you all are happy and healthy. Thank you for sitting through this story time, listening to me make memories. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Aloha, just a little update. I'm at a huge hospital to deeper search of what's going on with the hives. Yeah, I had an outbreak of dots. Looks like pimples, but not. Overlapping with the hives recovery. Wish me luck getting internal checking to make sure nothing crazy is happening. Don't worry, I'm fine. By the way, they got Little Mermaid playing in the background. It's kind of cute. Okay, I'll update you.